up, everybody? This your girl Cece with Where It Begins magazine. I usually have my co-host on the line, but he's out today. But we have a special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself and who he is and what he does.
What's happening with it, CC? What's happening with I go by the name of the Chill from Legendary Group. Let y'all see me. Legendary Group, Compton's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? Super producer out here on the West Coast as well as the Dirty OGs. And I run Boomdocs Productions.
Okay, well, what made you want to be a producer?
Um, I've always been intrigued with, sounds and, growing up as a youth, you know what I mean? I was either in a marching band, marching in the Compton band parade, or, I played at, just like everybody else, church. You know what I mean? Choirs, I ended up being a drummer at the church, and it was an outlet for me, you know what I mean, versus being in the street, seeing all this crap and being a part of all this crap. It was always a stress reliever for me. So, by the time I got my equipment up, I just got better and better and better and just got more interested into it.
Okay, okay. Well, you from that Compton old style OG area, with the
Yes, ma'am.
old. So, who are your top five rappers, males?
Right now or old school?
It could be just your top five in general.
Let me see. Me, me, me. Nah, I ain't gonna be like that. No, I like dudes. You know what I mean? I like cats. I like female rappers. I'm off into it's more than five to be honest.
Okay, let's do your top five males and your top five females.
It wouldn't be my top, it'd be honorable mentions. You know what I mean? I'll start with females. I like Yo Yo, I like Rage, I like the Brat, I like MC Light, and I like Shauna from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I think
Okay.
she's real dope. For this guys, I like Kendrick. Um, I like um man, it's a lot. I like Rakim. I like
Okay,
KRS
two,
One.
three.
Um, that's three.
Mm-hmm.
I like Coogee Rap. I
Okay.
like Busta Rhymes.
Okay. Well, what do you think is missing in today's rap music?
I think originality is missing. You know what I mean? Everything is sounding like a long sentence. Well, it was that for a minute. Lately, I've been running into some real good stuff. You know what I mean? From vets and new guys. You know what I mean? I'm heavy on this Busta Rhymes new project. This song him and Rick Ross got. I also just ran off into Redman's new cut featuring Five Dog from Tribe Called Quest. Rest in peace. Um, I think that song is with Busta Rhymes on it. I think that song is real hot. Also, KRS One, my counterpart MC8, he got some good stuff out.
Okay.
Um, it's getting back to the game. It's getting back to lyrics. I think. You know what I mean? And originality, dudes, is really sounding kind of dope right now. You know what I mean? Needless to say, I like the baby. I like Roddy Rich. You know what I mean? And all that type of stuff as well. But of course, I like Drake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm old school. Like I told you, I drive a Cadillac. You know what I mean? If it don't bump in my Cadillac, it ain't gonna ride.
Okay. Well, I want to know about your production company and the motivation behind it. What all do you do with it?
Well, I think it's bigger than rapping and producing these days. I've been in the game for a long time coming from CMW. And it was kind of time for me to take a leap on faith and to venture off into other things. You know what I mean? Not doing what everybody else is doing, but trying to be clever with what I do. So I formed my company, Boomdocs Productions,
Hmm.
and it consists of me and my music. Not just the group music, but me by myself, what I have to offer, and that's a lot. You know what I mean? It's music, it's producing, it's mixing and mastering, it's fashion, it's video, it's movies, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just my brand, my platform, my personal platform where I can really let my fans know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what I got going from the group Compton's Most Wanted. You know what I mean? So, with it, people log on boomdocs.com, they'll see that I have a lot of music, old and new. They opening up the world again. So I'm back on the mic doing shows and stuff, as well as I got little hot artists that I'm producing and schooling or whatever, as well as I got merch. I got beanies and hoodies and t-shirts and all that good stuff as well. Memorabilia, old and vintage stuff, as well as I do stuff that people want. Because sometimes people don't want what you got. Maybe they got an idea and just don't know how to get it across. I can do that. So I do that as well. Yeah.
So everybody got podcasts. You have a podcast and everything, but what makes your podcast stand out? What makes your podcast a little different?
I don't what would make it stand out is it's facts. It's factual and it's straight for the culture. We doing it for the culture. Hip hop, whether it be East Coast, West Coast, or down south or Midwest. We talk a lot of good stuff, for this, okay, for example, DMX just died. Okay. God bless his soul, rest his soul. But we'll get in depth, like talking about, how did he get here? And not just fabricating, but just thinking, he come from a real struggle, to where he had to live how he lived. And then with that, you develop PTSD, and you also have dormant stuff wrong with you, that, us Black people don't really know, to where when we start taking vaccines or different things, stuff just pop out the woodwork, and, unfortunately, this type of stuff happens. So that's for an example. We get kind of in depth with, different stuff that's happened to people in our culture, as well as celebrate and give people their flowers while they're here to receive them.
Amen to that. I agree. But you also, let's go back. You also say that you have some artists that you're working on, that putting on. When you look for artists, what do you look for when you're looking for them?
Well, first and foremost, they gotta have talent. They gotta have something that, stands my hairs up on my arms, that give me that little chill, like, oh yeah, he got something special. Okay. Also, that's most important. I don't want to be in a situation where I got to babysit a person. A guy got to have his life together. Meaning if he's working a 9 to 5, if he's working a 9 to 5, or he's just a man paying his bills, or, taking care of his family, however you do it. Not a guy that's running around here trying to be the toughest guy on the block, because ironically, I end up having to bail him out of jail and my name be caught up in some shit or whatever it is. So, a guy that's on the right path of getting his life together, as well as, a people person that, my kids would look at like, that's Uncle such and such, or, that's the big homie or whatever. Somebody that I can actually learn from, as well as teach something. But the talent definitely got to be there.
Okay. So what's been your biggest accomplishment you've had in your career so far?
It's been many. I would say accomplishments is equivalent to my bucket list of things that I wanted to do. Of course, the success of having gold and platinum records, that's a real dope accomplishment. But I think I get geeked off of, working on music and then going in other states and actually seeing people enjoy this music to where they know the lyrics, or, they kind of vibe into it. That's more exciting to me. That's a great accomplishment. But I done did so much. I done did a lot. I've been in this game for over, a lot of years, 30 something years, and, accomplishing different things. It becomes, part of my bucket list. Like, okay, I've been to Europe, or, I met with, I'm friends with Cujo and Gip from the Goody Mob, or, my boy is Redman and them from New York. I'm saying? I'm from Compton, California. These guys, they don't never make it off my block. I actually made it to and got good friends from other places. So I guess that's a great accomplishment.
Okay. But behind the scenes, most people don't know the struggle that rappers, artists, and producers go through. So, what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is I was incarcerated for a minute. Those first albums, growing up in Compton, you only got so many options and a lot of places, not just Compton. I was in a heavy gang infested, community to where, it was, probably ironic that I was going to be from there or be a part of it. My dad always taught me to not be a follower, but be a leader in anything I do. You know what I mean? So if I was going to be a part of it, then I was going to lead it. You know what I mean? And that's just a young way of thinking, you know what I mean? Because I had to figure it out. You know what I mean? This music stuff fell in my lap to where, it turned professional. And I had one foot in over here, one foot in over here. You know what I mean? So trying to figure that out, I took some lumps and bumps and ended up being incarcerated and missed out on a couple of things. But I'm blessed that I have a partner like MC8 to where I come home, I always got something to do. You know what I mean? He always gave me that space to, spread my wings and do what I do and kept me a part of everything as well as the group. So I would think that's my downfall. You know what I mean? Just trying to figure out my life as a youth in a struggling community.
I got you. So, as far
I
as
got it now. I
artists,
got it now. I got it now. I'm good. I got it now. I'm super good.
what do you think that art? What is three things that all artists need to know?
I would say be original. Try to be original. Don't try to sound like somebody else because it's a hot song on the radio or a hot song in the club. Try to be better than that song. That's one, originality. Um, Mix your stuff. You know what I mean? For the simple fact that nowadays we're listening to music on cell phones, Bluetooth speakers, in the car, in the arena. You got to mix it. If it sound like crap, ain't nobody gonna feel it. You know what I mean? And it also goes inside with mastering. You know what I mean? You want to master it. You don't want the next song to sound high and the next song sound bassy or the next song to sound, distorted. You know what I mean? So that's my pet peeve. You know what I mean? It's just all based on talent. So I guess that's three, but if that's two, four would be, you know, do something every day that's going to enhance your brand. I don't care if it's a phone call, an email, a conversation. You found some sounds for a song you're doing, whatever it is. Do something every day that's going to benefit your brand. You know what I mean? Be often to you. Ain't nobody gonna feel you unless you offer to yourself.
All right, now, okay. So, what's the next big thing for you? What's next for you? What's some of your goals and you got going on
Right now, I'm
that you
working
want to
on
get to?
right now I'm working on my next project. I just dropped Forehead through the pandemic. Digital, it's on all digital outlets. It's doing well. People loving it. They streaming the music. I just dropped my first single for my next project. It's called This My Family. It's out on
Okay.
all platforms. The video is out doing well on YouTube. Um, as well as I'm gearing up for my album. It's called Elephant. You know what I mean? For people that know me and off into my lane of music, they know I always come with the unorthodox features. You know what I mean? I pull guys out the woodwork that people ain't heard for a minute. Like my last project, I had MC Ren from NWA. People hadn't heard him, in a while. And it came out dope. You know what I mean? And it's too easy to go get a, Snoop Dogg or that's the norm. You know what I'm saying? We used to seeing the homies. You know what I mean? I try to go get other people that people enjoyed and that had successful careers that I grew up to, like an MC Ren. So on this Elephant project, I got, I just spoke on Mommy Cujo from the Goody Mob. I got Big Mike from the Ghetto Boys on there. Me and him got a song on there with my boy Cocaine that I can't wait to give to the people. Of course, I got my counterpartner MC8 and Corrupt on there. Um, I got a few people. I don't want to give it all up, but
Okay.
I got a few people on there. A few. I stepped out on production and did production as well as I got some producers to get out with me. A cat from Harlem named Toast Johnson. My boy from out the country, Furhan and D Ace. They got down with me, and yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. I put my work in, I sat still with it. I did the boring part, all the paperwork, and I just can't wait to give it to people. I'm gonna drop it in May though, May 2021. Yeah.
Okay. That's right around the corner. But
Oh yeah.
I know this is gonna be a hard question for you, but you're gonna have to just give me one. What is your favorite song off of The Elephant?
Wow.
Yes, I'm gonna put it out there. Yes, I said I was gonna.
All of them share their special moment, but one that I would say stick out is one that I had to really, really work on, or I would say was heartfelt, was the single that I have out right now. It's called This My Family. And reason being is because, everything was slammed down. You know what I mean? We walking around here with masks on, scared to touch whatever, and all this type of stuff. And it ain't really about the turn up or, going to the club or riding around bumping music in your car. So I really want to make something for people to enjoy, while they quarantined or in a space, something that they can vibe to. You know what I mean? And it's definitely one of those. It's speaking on topics, but not preaching on the topics. You know what I mean? It's honorable mentions as well as it's a great vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's a great vibe. You know what I mean? So, bass heavy, bouncy. I got that West Coast feel with that ATL bounce on it. You know what I mean? And it's also sinister. I guess that would be East Coast. You know what I mean? So it's definitely bi-coastal. It's not my favorite record on the album because I got some slaps on there, you know what I mean? But that's one that I gave a lot of attention to because of the times.
All right. So do you have any events that's coming up or anything you're doing virtual? Are you gonna plan a tour? Are you gonna do a listening party? Give me the details there. Give me the exclusive now.
I'm gonna do a I'm talking about a listening party, a release party actually now that they opening stuff back up. I actually just got booked for a show this Saturday, me, my boy Eight and Corrupt. And it's practice, but we're gonna go have fun. You know what I mean? People gonna be in the house, we're gonna go do our thing. That's coming up. That's in Las Vegas. I've been speaking with my homeboys over at the Wire and Entertainment about this release party. They do streaming as well as, in-house, stuff. So I've been talking about it. I'm trying to figure out how I can do it, but I'm more concerned about people being safe, but at the same time, enjoy the experience. Like, I don't want people to be in there and have to be all social distance out, sitting down and all this. So, the capacity is all low and all that shit. I want people to really enjoy themselves. So we trying to figure this out, whether we do it outside or we do it inside in a very big place. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna happen. We're just trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay. Let's get a little personal. I got two questions for you. What's a fun fact about yourself?
A fun fact about myself. I got a whole lot of fun facts about myself. I'm a kid at heart. You know what I mean? I have children. I run around, jump, play, flip with them. You know what I mean? I'm blessed that I can still do that at 50. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the cars. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I drive a low rider. You know what I'm saying? I like pulling up on the scene and, hop in my car and, people like, oh, chill. He offered to that part of the culture too. Like he keep it a G. That's what's up. I get a, a little chill off of that. You know what I mean? But, a fun fact, I guess I'm a fun guy. I'm not boring. I act goofy. You know what I'm saying? I do all of that. You know what I mean?
Well, what's a talent that you have that nobody knows about?
Good question. I know how to cook.
And nobody knows that you know how to cook.
my family does. My family does, but the average person, they think, I'm just cooking beets, you know what I'm saying? But I actually know how to cook meats too. You know what I mean? I'm a fool on that barbecue pit. Out here in Cali, the sun is out all the time. In any given moment, we'll break out that barbecue pit and, put some steak on there, some crab legs, lobster, chicken, whatever, and just go up. So I think I'm good at that. A lot of people enjoy it, but the people that don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah, I cook and I got some cold rubs too.
Okay. All right. I got two more questions for you before we go into our trivia. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to be a producer or artist or be in the music industry, period?
I would say anything a person wants to be a part of, you should read up on it and study it before you call yourself a professional. You know what I mean? Study the greats before you. I still do to this day. Um, I listen to a lot of old music. I watch a lot of documentaries. I read a lot of books. You know what I mean? I'm just very interested off into it, and it speaks in my music. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff these days is, I would call it fast food music. You know, it's just good for the moment. You know what I mean? Versus getting a nice, good soul plate that's gonna stick and put you down and make you lay down and go to sleep. You know what I mean? Catch that itis. That's a person that's well-rounded and studied. You know what I mean? So I would say, if you're gonna get off into the business, study the business. You know what I mean? The business is different than it was back in the days. You know, you got the streaming, you got a lot of virtual stuff going on. You know, you got to be willing to move past social media, you know what I mean, and go off into advertisement, as well as, you know, just paying attention to your analytics. You know what I mean? Where you popping at? You know what I mean? You might not be popping in your hometown. You might be popping way somewhere else. So you want to get at some attention. You know what I mean? You just gotta just see where you popping at. Don't think because you got 500 likes on Instagram that you a star. You know what I mean? Because all your homeboys just liked it. You know what I mean? But actually do some advertisement on yourself. Don't be scared to invest in your brand. So that's what I would tell a person.
Okay. So that was the advice that you gave others. Now I want to know, what's the best piece of advice that you ever received?
You know, believe it or not, it came from a lifer in prison. I was on the yard and he told me, actually, I used to hang with the lifers. And a guy told me, he said, man, you ain't like us. You got super talent. You know what I mean? Like, you're a guy that'll actually make it. You know, they're stuck there. You know what I mean? And for me to be there, it's like a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, you a guy, you a voice for us. You know what I mean? You are a window to the outside world. So that was great advice right there for them to tell me, you know, from that dark hole place, you know, to, you know, like, man, you know what I mean? You got to stay out there and continue to be that window for us, you know, and tell us what's going on. These is guys that don't even know how to work a CD player, you know what I mean? Let alone a Bluetooth speaker or something, you know what I mean? So I always use that. You know what I mean? I always use that. You know what I mean? These guys that's doing life, like, man, I got to continue to be the window for these guys to let them know what's going on out here in the free world. You know what I'm saying? Also letting them know that it's still a struggle. It ain't just cracking. It ain't just popping. You know, it's still different shit going on. You know what I mean? To where you got to watch yourself. You know what I mean? So that's great advice that I got to myself.
Okay. I love it. I love it. But before we go into trivia, is there anything that you would like to tell the audience, your fans, anything you want to say?
Man, Elephant is coming. May 2021. This my family is out. I'm finna drop Hub at LA on the 30th of April. Um, man, I'm still working. You know what I'm saying? Log into my website, boomdocs.com, or just tap in on me on my Instagram at the chill CMW. You know what I'm saying? Peep out my podcast. It's called The Six Show. We got a lot of great content on there. You know, we straight for the culture. You know what I mean? It's very interesting, as well as we streaming on all outlets with that podcast, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that. Man, support the good music, man. Support the merch. You know what I mean? Zoom in on me if you got some good music, you know, slide it in my DM. I listen to all that good stuff. You know what I mean? If it's good, I'm gonna let you know if it's good. If it's not good, I'm not even gonna respond. You know what I mean?
I want to be on the podcast. Wait a minute now.
Come on, let's go. You need to come be my co-host.
You too far. I can't. I can do a Zoom. Bam. Virtual.
You gotta come to Cali. You gotta move around.
Yeah, that's too much flying. I can't be a co-host and come to Cali every week. You be on that thing by every week.
No, you come out here. You come out here. We'll film like 5 or 6 shows. Then you could go home. We'll wait like 2 months and film 5, 6 more shows.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Got you.
And
Damn.
and
There you
and
go.
and you out here, and you ain't out here in California at the beach, chilling, you bouncing around in the lowrider, then you can go back to Georgia like, hey man, you know what I mean? I just left from the palm trees in the summer breeze.
With the OGs. With the OGs.
with the OG. Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 trivia questions for you. Well, regular questions. I call them trivia, but hold on. Let's see. So the first one is, what's the first album you ever bought?
Album or record?
Either or, whichever one you want to share.
My mom, she gave me allowance when I was a kid, and the first record, actual piece of wax that I bought was More Bounce by Roger Troutman and Zapp.
Well, let's do the
Boom.
other one then. Share both of them, since you threw it out there like that.
The first album that I actually bought myself, the Ghetto Boys, Grip It on the Other Level. It was actually a cassette tape. Yeah.
Okay. Now the second question is, what has been your best and worst purchases you've made?
That's crazy. I'm going through that right now. I bought a lowrider, put together or half-ass put together, and it was just buying another man's problem because it was electrical problems. My trunk was good. I had to get it repainted. I had to do a whole bunch of craziness. Now I just got the car just sitting somewhere. I ain't even got no room for the car. Like the car's just in my way, to be honest. So that was a bad investment. The good investment is the car I have now. I built it. I didn't just buy it. I bought a car that was great and stripped it down to the metal and put it all
What kind of car
together.
is it?
It's a 94 Cadillac Brougham.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And, you know, out here we ride switches. You know what I mean? I put switches in the trunk and music and candy paint, dope rims. I even chrome my undercarriage and all that. So that's a good investment. That's a good investment, I think. It's worth, you know, $30,000. So if I was ready to off it, you know what I mean, I could go ahead and dump it and do something for my kids with it. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good investment.
Okay. Well, I gotta say thank you for interviewing with me today. It was fun. It was fun getting to know you. I met you on Clubhouse. I love that app.
No doubt.
I say continue on your grind. Can't wait till your album come out in May. You know,
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. You know, keep it up.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Keep going. This is a great platform. You know what I mean? Continue to be that voice for us. We need more people like yourself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, catch me on Clubhouse Wednesday night, the Corrupt and the Chill late night hype show where we talk that shit. You know what I mean? So that's where we at.
Wednesday. It is Wednesday. So catch you tonight, right?
We will be there tonight. We will be there.
At what time?
9 o'clock Pacific time.
Okay. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna come. You gain a fan over here. You gain a fan over here in the ATL.
Come on now. I got love for the A. That's my family town right there.
Yeah. But ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with gaining a new fan. So, you know.
Oh, come on. All the time. Come on in. It's fun over here. Yeah.
I got you.
All right,
but you
love.
have a blessed day, you know, be safe, continue your grind. I love it. It sounds like you know, I love your energy, it's positive. So just
thank you.
I
appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Keep up the grind, girl. That's what's up.
All right, peace.